Too many videos about teaching online are being taught by people who are trying to sell you courses about teaching online. They don't actually have any experience teaching anything else. So in this video, I'm going to talk you through how you can get started teaching something that you love to people who are going to love you teaching them, and how to make money doing it. Now, for a little bit of context, I've been teaching blues harmonica. Yep, this blues harmonica on YouTube since 2012, and I now run a 6-figure blues harmonica school online. So I get to have fun at work teaching something that I love to people who love learning it. I really recommend that everyone gets to do that. It's awesome. Now, the first step you need to take, and this is so important, if you don't do this, then you're not ready to do anything else. Just start actually teaching. Teach in real life, teach online, but teach face to face. You know, it can be through Zoom, but it's even better if it's in person, because you're going to get better as a teacher. You're going to really lock down your thoughts about a topic, and your student is going to ask you amazing questions, which are going to make you think differently about what you're teaching. So really try and get that experience of being a great teacher through doing it. When I first started, I was teaching everyone that would come through my door. At one point, I was teaching 40 one-to-one lessons a week, and that has just paid off in dividends. I learned so much by doing that. Now, the next thing that you need to do is not spend any money. Oh my God. I have had messages from people about how to start a YouTube channel and how to start teaching online. And they are along the lines of, what lights should I buy? What camera do I need? What microphone? All this kind of stuff. And realistically, those are all just reasons not to get started. And the best thing to do is just to grab your phone, and it doesn't matter if it's not a great phone. I started on a flip camera. You probably don't even remember what those were, but they were extremely low res. And if you're interested in what that looked like, you can look at my first ever YouTube video. I'll link it in the description below. Just get started and start putting out some videos right from the beginning. Doesn't matter about the quality, just start. Then you can keep improving, but make sure that you're starting. Equipment and stuff is just an excuse not to start. So this leads me to the next part of your journey, starting to teach online, and especially putting videos up on YouTube. Don't be discouraged by what feels like a slow start. And also don't try to get everything right from the beginning. Loads of people get sucked into research mode and trying to work out what people want to learn and making videos about that. And an element of that is helpful, but don't overdo it, because you can just get paralysis by analysis and not actually start doing anything. And what you'll find is that the more you try, the more things that you put out there, the more experiments that you have, the more you'll start learning about what your audience might want to get from you. And that's really, really important, listening to your audience. I think it's really easy with online everything, online marketing, online teaching. It's really easy to forget that each one of those views is an actual human being. And when you're dealing with millions and millions and millions of views, that isn't so important. But when you're dealing with 50 views and you have a comment from 4 people, that's a big percentage of your audience, and they can start giving you an idea of what your audience might like. And listening to what people are posting on your videos and seeing what themes come up more and more will give you an idea about the next step, the really important step, which is creating something for your audience. Something that they need, something that they want. But this is something that you're going to give them for free. It's something called a lead magnet. So that can be a PDF guide. It can be a short video course on something. But I would keep it super, super simple. What I used to do, I would do PDF transcriptions of the sheet music for my blues harmonica lessons. Simple as that. So if someone watched the video and they wanted to get the sheet music for it, they just clicked on the link in the description below, and I would send them that PDF in exchange for their email address. Hot damn. This is where stuff gets really exciting. Too many people stick to YouTube, and YouTube is wonderful. I owe everything to YouTube in many ways. But if I just stuck to YouTube, I would be making nowhere near enough money to support my family and keep doing what I want to be doing. I think I make around $500 or $600 in AdSense a month, which is great. It's better than a kick up the butt, but it's not enough for a family of four, right? But getting people onto your mailing list, that's where you can start really taking ownership of your audience and being able to interact with them and ask them what they want. And the next step still isn't creating a course. You think you need to be creating a course, but I think that you should be doing even more one-to-one teaching. And you have this mailing list now, so sell them one-to-one teaching. And full disclosure, I don't teach one-to-one anymore, but I did for years and years and years and years. I taught a lot between 2010 and 2018. So I was teaching before I even started uploading to YouTube. And it wasn't until 2018 that I pulled back massively, and I went down to a couple of students a week. And now I don't teach any students one-to-one just because I don't really have the time or really the inclination at the moment. I have 2 young kids. Doesn't really fit in with my schedule, but I'm so glad that I did the one-to-one teaching, because everything that I've created, every course that I've created, has come from things that students have asked. It's an absolute goldmine. They will ask you things, and if you have 3 or 4 students asking for the same thing, then that's a really good indicator that that's something you should be making. And then when you think you know what course you should be making, your next step is to pre-sell it to your audience. So come up with a rough outline of what your course is going to be, and then say to your audience, well, I'll tell you what I did. My first ever course was called Introduction to Improvisation. And I pre-sold that course to my audience. I said to them, look, I'm planning on making this course. I'm going to sell it for, God, I don't know. It's something embarrassing. It was probably like $20. And I said to them, if you want to get it for half price, you got to sign up before this date. And then you can be my first group of students who do this online course, and I'll build it for you. I was completely honest about everything. I said I hadn't built it. I said that I'd be testing it out on them, and that's why they would get this great discount. And for those of you who are interested, I think that course, it's been improved a little bit since then, but it's now a $100 course, and that one course has made close to 6 figures. Just out of interest. But anyway, I created it because enough people signed up, and I worked that out. This is music teacher logic. I worked out how long I thought it would take me to make that course, how many hours I thought it would take to write it and film it and edit it, and that was the amount of money that I wanted to make on pre-sales, what my hourly teaching rate was. So, if I was teaching at the time, it was a really small amount. I think I was probably making £20 an hour, which is $25, $30 an hour. So as long as I was making that while writing this course, it seemed to be worthwhile. And realistically, that course has paid for itself many times over since then. But you'll notice that that was the last step. All of the preceding steps are so much more important. You can't create a course without having done everything else. You can't just jump in straight to creating a course if you don't have any experience teaching. You can do it, but you're not going to create something that is great. You're not going to create something that you feel proud of. And I think that's really important. And your students aren't going to love what you're doing. I think that's a huge thing. So to conclude, most of the content I think that I'm finding on YouTube at the moment anyway is focusing on clever marketing tactics and creating courses quickly. But if you want to build a business that is authentic and can last, I think you need to make something based on your skills that you've actually earned and acquired and that you can feel proud of. So people will be excited to learn from you because they'll see that you've put all of that love and energy and effort into honing your craft. So focus on your skills and product first, and then you can learn how to market it. All right, thank you so much for watching this. Look, if you want to teach or you want to start teaching online or offline, whatever, comment below what you'd like me to show you, what you want me to teach. I'm happy to help. All right, take it easy.